We have a comic coming up next. Schneider. He's been on campus for 2 years, and something very interesting, I think, that may affect most people you know. He invented the battery that's in everybody's cardiac pacemaker. He did that more than 40 years ago. And I think they're still in use today. So, Wilson.
Well, pacemakers today are very, very, very smart. They know when you're exercising, so they can step up your heart rate. But back in the old days, they used to sell them with a magnet, where you would take your magnet and put it on your pacemaker and put it back, and it would step your heart up. And when you were done exercising, you would put it on your chest, and your heart rate would go back down. Well, one of the men I had talked to said, I went to the doctor and he asked me, "How's your pacemaker?" He said, "Well, things are going good, but my wife keeps hiding the magnet." A magician asked me to pick a card, so I took a Caesar. That's not so good. Let's sure that way. What rhymes with orange? No, it doesn't. You'll get that on the way home. I found I'm walking on the sidewalk, and I found a bill, a $20 bill, all wrapped up real tight. I opened it up, it's dirty, but it was still good. And I thought, what am I going to do? This is a real windfall. I don't know what to do. I said, I know. What would Jesus do? So I turned it into wine. I'm going to keep that. Nothing refreshes my memory about my grocery list more than just coming home from the grocery store. As I've grown older, I learned that pleasing everybody is impossible, but pissing off everybody is a piece of cake. Back in the day, we had to get up off the couch to change the TV channels. It was uphill both ways in the snow. It was terrible. It was from that one. On our way to church, I asked my granddaughter why it was important to be quiet at church. She said, "Because people are sleeping." Every time I try to eat healthy, along comes Christmas, Easter, summer, Thanksgiving, or Tuesday, and it ruins it all for me. Has anyone lived long enough to buy a second bottle of Worcestershire sauce? Bus drivers, while they're working, when they drive past each other and see each other, they wave hi to each other. Hi, Eddie. Wow, that's when they're driving past each other and see each other, and they go, oh! I like that one. You didn't. We're going to throw that one away. The first man said, "You see what I did with all that cord? I cracked it." And the second man said, "Jimmy, I don't care. You cracked the cord and I greetings to all you dads out there. May your WD-40 run us over. May the lights be off in every unoccupied room in your house, and the door stays shut, but the AC is Head Lloyd dozens hospitalized after new hymn is introduced in church. No pity applause, but thanks. What inspires me most to get up in the morning? My bladder, mostly. A genie granted me a wish. I just wanted to be happy. Now I'm living in a cottage with 6 wee dwarfs and working in a mine. They said it couldn't be done, so I didn't do it. People think we get smarter as we get older, but we would simply run out of stupid stuff to do. If you take a bit of olive oil and Epsom salts and rub it on a painful part of your body, you will immediately feel greasier and saltier. It's true, it's true. I always carry a pebble with me to throw at people who sing Christmas songs in November. I call it the Jingle Bell Rock. Paul, I hope we'll be friends until we die. And I hope we stay ghost friends after we die, and we walk through walls and scare people. Scare the Jesus. My friend texted me, he said, "What does IDK mean?" I said, "I don't know." He says, "Damn, nobody does." An Englishman and an Irishman go into a bakery, and the Englishman says, "We're going to go in and get some rolls." And he said, "I'm not going to pay for them. You distract the bakery guy, and okay, I'll pick up some rolls." So he goes in, he picks up some rolls, and he said, "Come on, let's go." So he's up, he's eating the roll. He kept him. Oh, he sparked too much in the roll, but he puts it back in his pocket, and he says, "See, that's how you do it." And the Irishman says, "Yeah, but what you're doing is stealing. I'll show you how to get 3 rolls for free without paying anything." He goes into the store and he says, the grocer, the baker, he says, "Would you like to see a trick? It'll trance your patrons." And he says, "Give me one of those rolls." And he says, "Watch this." And he eats it, and he said, "Gives me another roll." The guy said, "You just ate the first one." He says, "This is part of the trick." He said, "Give me another." He eats it. And the third one he eats, he takes it, he eats it, and he says, "See?" The baker said, "That's no trick." He said, "Well, sure it is. Go out and look at the guy's pocket out there, the Englishman's pocket. You'll find the 3 rolls that I just ate." Hello, I'm your printer. I have become self-aware. Beat the angel, I'll print out your search history when your wife is home. Hello? You know, snow happens in November because people put up Christmas decorations prematurely. And they do. You know who you are. Stop it. How many Christians does it take to change a light bulb? Well, if you're a charismatic, it only takes 1 because your hands are already in the air. If you're a Pentecostal, it takes 10. one to change the bulb, and 9 to pray against the spirit of darkness. If you're a Presbyterian, it doesn't take any, because the lights will go on and off at the times they wish because they're predestined. If you're a Roman Catholic, it doesn't take any because you use candles only. If you're a Baptist, it takes at least 15. 1 to change the bulb, 3 committees to approve the change, and decide who brings the potato salad in front. If you're an Episcopalian, it takes 3. 1 to call the electrician, 1 to bake the drinks, and the other to talk about how much better the old light bulb is. If you're a Methodist, it's undetermined because whether your light bulb is bright, dull, or completely out, you're loved. And you can be a light bulb, a turnip bulb, or a tulip bulb. Church-wide lighting services are planned for Sunday. Bring a bulb of your choice and a covered dish. If you're a Mormon, it takes 6. 5 wives to replace the bulb while the husband reviews the church lighting policy. If you're a Lutheran, it doesn't take any. Lutherans don't believe in change. If you're Amish, what's a light bulb? Now, somehow I dropped all these cards as I was coming up, and and this is no joke. Just like that, yeah. But let me finish off with one I remember. My wife and I are part of a Bible study group, and we were studying Genesis not too long ago. We were talking about a little known fact. It's not in the Bible, but it's a little known fact that Adam and Eve were the first people not to read the Apple's terms and conditions. What you hear all week, folks, tip your waiters and waitresses.